Intermittent fasting. Is it something you should consider if you want to lose weight? There has long been controversy surrounding the potential benefits or hazards of fasting. On one hand, supporters of fasting point to the many benefits that they claim fasting provides. This includes promoting weight loss, normalizing insulin sensitivity, lowering triglyceride levels in the body, and slowing the signs of aging. And on the other hand, many nutritionists and medical professionals argue that fasting is nothing more than an unsupported trend and carries with it a number of health risks that should be considered. So in today's video, we'll be going over what intermittent fasting is, how it can be very beneficial for our weight loss enthusiasts, and who the lifestyle may not be suitable for, with everything based on what the science says. Stay tuned. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the notification bell to get notified of our latest video. What is intermittent fasting? Intermittent fasting is simply an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and periods of eating. It doesn't specify which foods you should eat, but rather when you should eat those foods. In this respect, it's not a diet in the conventional sense, but more accurately described as an eating pattern. Fasting has been a practice throughout human evolution. Ancient hunter-gatherers didn't have supermarkets, refrigerators, or food available year-round. Sometimes they couldn't even find anything to eat at all. As a result, humans evolved to be able to function without food for extended periods of time. In fact, fasting from time to time is more natural than always eating 3 or 4, or sometimes more, meals per day. So what does the science say about intermittent fasting for weight loss? For starters, it improves the metabolism. Short-term fasting has been shown to increase your metabolic rate by 3.6 to 14% because of the changes in hormones. And by helping you eat fewer and burn more calories, intermittent fasting causes weight loss by changing both sides of the calorie equation. If you'd like to learn more on how metabolism works, make sure to click the link on the top right of this video to check out our other video where we dedicated it on just this topic. Number 2, you'll lose just as much weight as those on a calorie-restricted diet. Weight loss is the most common reason for people to try intermittent fasting. By making you eat fewer meals, intermittent fasting can lead to an automatic reduction in calorie intake. Additionally, intermittent fasting changes hormone levels to facilitate weight loss, and in addition to lowering insulin and increasing growth hormone levels, it increases the release of the fat-burning hormone norepinephrine, which when combined with adrenaline, norepinephrine increases heart rate and blood pumping from the heart. It also increases blood pressure and helps break down fat and increase blood sugar levels to provide more energy to the body. Now, multiple studies have shown that intermittent fasting can be a very powerful weight loss tool. A 2014 review study found that this eating pattern can cause 3 to 8% weight loss over 3 to 24 weeks, which is a significant amount compared to most weight loss studies. According to the same study, people also lost 4 to 7% of their waist circumference, indicating a significant loss of harmful belly fat that builds up around your organs and causes disease. And if you're still not convinced yet, another study showed that intermittent fasting causes less muscle loss than the more standard methods of continuous calorie restriction. However, keep in mind that the main reason for its success is that intermittent fasting helps you eat fewer calories overall. If you decide to binge and eat a pound of ice cream during your eating periods, you may not lose any weight at all, because no matter what diet you choose to be on, if you're eating above your caloric deficit, you're still not going to lose weight. Number 3, intermittent fasting targets fat. Your body responds to the stress of fasting by enhancing hormone function to facilitate weight loss and burn fat for energy. Short-term fasting can lead to several changes in the body that makes fat burning easier. As we mentioned earlier, this includes reducing your insulin, increased growth hormone, enhanced epinephrine signaling, and a small boost in metabolism. In an interesting study involving Italian athletes for 8 weeks, one group was assigned a normal daily diet routine of 3 meals a day, while the other group was assigned an intermittent fasting plan. Once the 8 weeks were completed, the intermittent fasting group lost significantly more fat mass than the normal diet group without losing any muscle mass, which for the lifting enthusiasts watching this video is the holy grail of an eating lifestyle. And the more lean muscle tissue you have on your body, the more calories you burn naturally. Number 4, intermittent fasting is more manageable than the traditional diets. Because intermittent fasting requires you to eat during a specific period in the day, the majority of the fasting period is spent during your sleeping hours, making it easier to stay consistent, especially if you follow the traditional 16-8 method. Now, there are other forms of intermittent fasting which I'll cover here as a reference for you to decide which is best for you. The most popular, and as I just mentioned, is the 16-8 plan. The 16-8 method is simply where you eat within an 8-hour window every day and then fast 16 hours for the rest of the day. People usually just skip breakfast and eat a later lunch around 1 to 2 p.m. Next on our list of popular intermittent fasting diets is the 5-2 method. Under this plan, you eat normally for 5 days a week and then you fast partially for 2 days a week, eating about 1/4 of a normal day's recommended calories, which translates to about 500 to 600 calories a day. This method was founded by Dr. Mosley and became much more popular after his documentary called Eat, Fast, and Live Longer. Number 3 of popular intermittent fasting diet plans is called the Eat, Stop, Eat method. Here, you'll simply be fasting for 24 hours 2 days out of the week while eating normally for the rest of the week. The most popular fasting hours for this method is usually from 5 p.m. in the evening until 5 p.m. the next day. Last on our list of popular intermittent fasting eating methods is called the alternate day fasting. This is a new one that's been trending in 2020, where you fast for 24 hours every other day, alternating days of eating without restrictions with fasting days. Now personally, the 24-hour fasting method seemed a lot more difficult and socially restrictive. Can you imagine going out on a Friday night and telling your friends, "Hey guys, I can't eat today, I'm on a 24-hour fast"? But hey, the options are available for you if it fits your lifestyle. Now, which type of intermittent fasting plan is best for weight loss? At the end of the day, it's going to be up to you. The Eat, Stop, Eat diet is one of the most researched since most fasting studies performed involve a 24-hour fast and are usually not done back to back. The 16-8 method is the most popular because of how convenient it is. And like I had just mentioned earlier, that's one of the factors that you're going to be looking at when deciding which one is going to fit your lifestyle. If it's feasible, give any of them a try and see which one is best and feasible for you. Now, is it safe to do a fast? Fasting is safe for the majority of the population. The only times that intermittent fasting is not recommended is if you're experiencing or going through any of the following. And if you thought about possibly fasting for longer than 24 hours, it is not recommended because there is not a lot of research backing up any claims as far as the results with fasting longer than that time period. Now, last but not least, we're going to answer some of the most popular questions when it comes to starting on intermittent fasting. Number 1, what can you drink during your fast? Water, unsweetened tea, and black coffee are some of the best options when it comes to drinking while on your fasting period. Number 2, how does exercising work when trying to train on a fasting day? There's no problem with training on a fasted state, however, it's not for everyone because some people perform better with at least a little meal prior to their exercising session. Keep in mind though, you don't have to worry about losing your muscle mass when training in a fasted state, and if you're going for fat loss, it'll actually help you out a lot more since you burn a little bit more fat while training in the fasted state. What is the biggest benefit of doing intermittent fasting? Simply put, it's going to make healthy eating much easier for you. There's going to be fewer meals you need to prepare, cook, and clean up afterwards. As I mentioned earlier, choose an intermittent fasting style that's going to fit into your daily and weekly routine and plan in advance what you're going to eat. Remember, if you do it right and you stay consistent, it's not only going to help you lose weight, but it may reduce your risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and cancer, and may also help you live much longer. If you enjoyed today's content, make sure to smash the like button as it helps support the channel and with the YouTube algorithm. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.